Trent Alexander-Arnold obviously was a big talking point before the selection. People are saying he's getting dropped. That did not happen, thank God, because it'd be pretty silly to leave him out. Let's be honest here.
Oh yeah.
The lineups here, I'll go over it for those that don't know. I mean, Dean Henderson's in net, Sam Johnston, and Jordan Pickford. In the defenders, we got Trent, Ben Chilwell, Connor Cody, Reece James, Harry Maguire, Mings, Shaw, John Stones, Trippier, and Kyle Walker. Jude Bellingham got called up, which was nice to see. Jordan Henderson, Mason Mount, Phillips, Declan Rice, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Phil Foden, Grealish, Kane, Rashford, Saka, Sancho, and Sterling. Lucas, what did you think when you first saw the team?
I'll be honest. Before I saw it, I was a little worried because there's all these rumors of certain players getting dropped. But of course, you
Mm-hmm.
can't always trust the media, I guess. But
Yeah.
overall in the squad, I think it's actually a pretty good squad. They have lots of options in several positions, which is good. Like, I know the
Yeah.
question will be goalkeeper, who's going to start. I know Jordan Pickford's playing against, I think, Austria today in the friendly, and there are some
Mm-hmm.
players who got dropped that are playing in that friendly. But like, I mean, right back they have several options like Trent, Reece James,
Yeah.
Trippier. Those are some solid options. Honestly, I would suspect that Southgate will probably start Trippier at right back during the tournament. Then there's other options too, like Chilwell and Luke Shaw. Those guys are solid options for left back. I presume Luke Shaw will
Yeah.
start there.
Yeah.
I mean, if Maguire's fit, he'd probably start with John Stones. I mean, it's a solid back line,
Probably.
honestly.
I see the back line. Honestly, I think they should start Dean Henderson, Harry Maguire, Shaw, John Stones, and I think on the right back, I will go with Reece James.
You're, you're liking that his performance from the Champions League final.
Well, in general, I think this year Reece James has been fantastic. I think he's shown a lot of his qualities. And Dean Henderson, and people are asking why would you play him in the back? Well, I think just the fact he may have that communication with Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw will be good. I think Dean Henderson feels comfortable with those two at least in front of him. And I mean, you look at John Stones. He has a great relationship with Harry Maguire, which is what you want in the back, I would say. And Harry Maguire he can be a good leader. He can keep the back line composed. I think that's what Man United was missing in the last couple games of the season. So
Yeah, I mean, I won't be surprised if Jordan Pickford does start because, I mean, he
yeah.
does play a lot for England. He hasn't really made a mistake for the national
Hmm.
team yet, unless if something happens in the friendly. Someone did say that they're probably going to play a three back, which wouldn't be the most
Oh,
surprising.
interesting.
They could probably put in a Connor Cody who does play a three back at Wolves.
Then again, I mean, Gareth Southgate's a little unpredictable. I feel it's
He
like,
can be predictable and unpredictable at the same
yeah,
time. I mean,
it's the midfielders where I'm kind of wondering who do I play because I want to play Mason Mount and on Declan Rice, but also you got Jordan Henderson who you can have you rely on, but also Jude Bellingham. How the way he played in the Champions League, I thought he played like a very mature player. Obviously, like it's just, and you got Calvin Phillips, who I assume won't really start much. And nothing against Calvin Phillips, he's good, but you have Declan Rice in there, and you have Mason Mount who performed so well over the season.
it's a tricky one here, was because it could be where they have two central midfielders, a double pivot, which in this case, um, I do see Declan Rice definitely being a starter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really see Mount playing that deep for England.
No, he can't. No, don't play him deep. I think he has to play more of a, like just. I don't know what the
He can
determined role is,
definitely
but
play as any in an attacking
yeah.
role further up the pitch, like he does for Chelsea. I'm interested to see because Henderson, he hasn't played since his injury a
Oh,
couple
okay.
months back.
Hmm.
So is he going to be fit and ready for the Euros? Like I assume Rice will start. Are they going to go with Rice and Jude Bellingham beside each other? Are they going to go with Calvin Phillips and Declan Rice beside each other? I know the latter, some England supporters really don't like that midfield combination, but it'll be interesting to see. Maybe they go three midfielders. Who knows?
Personally, I think they need to put Mason Mount in there. They have to put Mason Mount.
Okay, well, how would you see it set up?
Gareth Southgate's not going to set up in a way where I think maybe Mason Mount will be able to succeed, but it's crazy to say. I think I saw a stat where Mason Mount had like nearly the most created chances across Europe, and like that was outstanding. I feel like he kind of went under the radar in some aspects. Yeah. Mason Mount created the second most chances, 87, in the Premier League this season. That's insane.
That is ridiculous. I know
And
he had a
here's the
few
other.
less chances created than Lionel Messi in
Yeah,
Europe.
yeah. Mason Mount created 99 chances in the Premier League Champions League combined, only one less than Lionel Messi with 104 more than Kevin De Bruyne. Like, I honestly, I think you need to start him.
We'll see. We'll see. I know with the attackers, like it depends what we're going to see shape up. Is England going to go with a 3-4-3, a 4-3-3, a 4-2-3-1? If they go with a 4-2-3-1, I wouldn't be surprised to see Mount playing there. But you'd also have to. You probably would want Jack Grealish playing there, whether on the left side or through the middle. You're definitely going to have Harry Kane in there. I think Jadon Sancho should be in there on the right side.
So I say Alex makes nice. Alex Bonner, he made a good point. Tamori should have been in that squad. Honestly, yeah, you think so? I heard he played well with Milan for a bit, but I don't know. It's I think there's only one player who in this squad who doesn't play in England, and that's Sancho. I think from what I've
Trippy.
seen. So, oh yeah, it's true. I always really plays for Atletico Madrid. So
What lineup would you want to see in the attack at least?
in the attack, it's tough to say because on that left hand side, I want to easily say Marcus Rashford, but then again, Jack Grealish is so damn good and clean, and he's just such a joy to watch. I think you might get more consistency out of Jack Grealish.
Yeah, and I even forgot to mention Phil Foden, who does like. There's so much competition though. Like
Yeah,
you say, Mason Mount has to start, but some might say the same with Phil Foden.
that's true, but like I think you can try to find a way to fit both Foden and Mount. I think you could put Foden. Like I honestly, I would line up with a 4-2-3-1 if I could. Like the basic 4-2-3-1. I would put my two midfielders as right now Declan Rice and Mason Mount. My cam would be Foden. Do you think that could work?
I feel like that's I'm sure Mount can do a job, but I don't know if you can get the best out of Mason Mount.
Hmm.
I'd be a little concerned if that was the choice. But
But
keep going though. You're
I mean, yeah, but also like you have to have Harry Kane striker. There's no other way of putting it. You have to, and of course on the right you have Jadon Sancho. I think the right mid spot is locked in for Sancho. Striker is locked in for um Kane. It's just that left hand side and that central position where it's like, okay, who do we play? Do we play Mount or Foden? Do we play Rashford or Grealish? Right, which is not a bad problem to have. Think about it.
they could fill out several lineups, and it's good
Yeah,
because I mean, there's a lot of games in the Euros. Like you don't get 7 days rest; you get like 3 days rest. So if one player that you played on the first match day maybe he's a little not 100%, you have a solid option to rotate with. I think
yeah.
it's
Now
really
my
intriguing.
do you see? I know, and you got the two kind of outliers in the midfield, and I'm not saying they're bad, but they're kind of like you have an idea that they may not have smart. Jude Bellingham and Calvin Phillips. Do we see Bellingham starting at all?
I could definitely see him get a
I,
game.
I see why not, especially if you're playing Sancho as well. Do they have that kind of that the small that they have that chemistry with them already? So
To be fair, Bellingham and Jadon Sancho didn't play too much together. Like Jadon Sancho had an injury for a couple months back,
hmm
but I could definitely see Bellingham getting some games in this tournament. Like
yeah,
I don't see why not. Would he be my first choice?
no,
Maybe.
but he'd be very good off the bench. Let's be honest here.
Well, with how England plays, like if they're gonna have two midfielders, like and you're gonna have Declan Rice, who is probably a
Yeah.
for sure starter. I would consider Jude Bellingham beside him if Jordan Henderson isn't fit to play all the games.
Speaking on England, by the way, still, their first game is Sunday, June 13th, 7 a.m. for us. England, Croatia.
Oof.
So
Rematch of the World Cup semifinals.
yeah, and then they have Scotland in their group and the Czech Republic. So Scotland will be a tough game. I think Scotland's gonna give them a hell of a game. I know how much that game's gonna mean to the Scottish supporters. They're gonna want to give them a hell of a battle. I know. Czech Republic, I think they will probably beat. Watch me bite my words.
You never know.
I know a lot of people are gonna ask, why not Marcus Rashford? I don't know. For Marcus Rashford's physical capabilities, I find that he sometimes overthinks his like decision abilities and the way he kind of goes one on one with defenders. I feel like he loses the ball a bit easily, and just kind of overthinks plays a bit. At least what I saw with United. There were times where I'd get pretty like frustrated with Rashford because I know what he has talent wise. I know he's got skill, pace, he's got strength. But then again, his finishing ability, it was kind of hasn't been the greatest. You know, you look back at the Villarreal game, he had a goal on a silver plate platter almost, and he just kind of he overdid it, it seemed, or just took a bad touch, or I feel like sometimes Rashford. I mean, maybe you never know at a Euros competition like this, he can just step up, right?